Hi, my name is Angie Meredith, and in this video, we're going to look at the materials for the daily problem-solving option for Save the Children's math program. The materials that we're viewing today are from Hand to Mind and include the daily problem-solving cards and differentiated math centers. Let's take a closer look and explore how we can use these during our math block. Here's an example of the daily problem-solving cards. They come in a box, and there's a total of 180 problem-solving cards across 4 domains. So I see number and operations, measurement, geometry, and data. There's also a digital resource included so that you can access the problems digitally. After you've completed the problem-solving activity, you're going to move on to a hands-on activity. And for that, you'll use your differentiated math centers tab. And included in this, you'll find 3 file folders with 3 different concept-focused topics. So this is a first grade kit. And so I see addition and subtraction, number, sense, and place value, and length, time, data, and shapes. And in each one of these, I see a lesson resource card. And this is going to show me all of the objectives for that particular topic. There are 7 different objectives. Also included is a teacher's guide. This teacher's guide is going to walk me through all of the activities in this particular topic. It's also going to provide any Blackline masters that I might need for the activities. Inside each one of these folders is also 21 different activity cards. So I've got 3 topics and 21 activity cards per topic. So a total of 63 activities. There's also, remember, a teacher guide included with each one of these topics, and we're going to go more into detail in just a few moments. Also included are any manipulatives you and your children might need in order to do these activities. Let's take a closer look at how these resources work. So here's an example of the content card for the daily problem solving. Remember, I showed you the box and it had 180 activity cards. So you'll be able to see all of the problems that you have for number and operations, as well as measurement, geometry, and data. Let's see how this routine might look. You're going to start with the concept with a video problem. And this particular video problem is going to engage students, and it's going to reduce that literacy demand because they're just watching and listening. There's no reading involved. The second day, doing the same concept, you're going to present a multi-solution problem. And this particular problem will help develop those critical thinking skills and help them make sense of the problems. The third day, same concept, but a different modality. You're now thinking about numberless problems. So you're going to present a problem with no numbers in it for children to focus their attention on understanding the problem before they try to solve it. Then you'll put the numbers in and help them to solve it. The fourth day, you're going to be doing a single solution problem. Same concept, but doing it in a different manner. These single solution problems will provide contexts that are pretty understandable for your children, and all of the information that they need in order to solve the problem is included. And finally, you're going to be creating a problem, and you're going to give your children a sense of ownership as they create a problem of their own after you provide a visual. Let's take a look at what this routine might look like. This is an example from measurement. Notice you saw a pause button. So listed on your card are some questions that you might ask the children as they're looking at this video. What are you noticing about these plants? What do you wonder about these plants? So there'll be a short discussion and then you continue the video. Okay, with the video problem, here's the card that goes along with it. So we're comparing lengths. So notice that there is a QR code as well as an icon of a camera. And I said that you have digital access. So all you'll have to do is click on the camera on your digital access and it will present the video up for your children. So what's the main reason we're doing these video problems? Well, we want to engage children in the mathematics and reduce that literacy demand. And it provides opportunities for children to notice and to wonder about the mathematics. So notice on the front of this card, I see that pause button and it gives me the questions that I'm going to ask my children. Then I want to get hands-on. So it tells me which manipulative I want to hand out to children. And we're going to be using our base 10 blocks. On the back of your card are some of the ways that your children might solve this particular problem. It also allows different strategies for students and children to use and helps you to discuss those strategies. You also have at the bottom a lookout section, and this lookout section contains any misconceptions that children might have as they're doing this particular problem. The next day, we talked about a multi-solution problem. So here's the example, still talking about measurement of what a multi-solution problem might look like. You have a card with that, and it presents the problem and has the questions that you're going to be asking the children about that particular problem. This does engage children in what we call true problem solving and develops those critical thinking skills and helps them to make sense of the problems. So in our multi-solution problems, it gives children an opportunity to develop a lot of different right answers. On the back of the card, we'll share some of the strategies that your children might use in order to solve this problem. It will also have some great discussion questions for you. Again, you've got a lookout section at the bottom for any misconceptions that children might have as they're solving this problem. The third day, same concept, but I'm using a numberless problem. And notice I see some centimeters long both times. So we're just focusing on the format of the problem and thinking about that problem before we actually put numbers in. After we've talked about that problem, then we're going to put numbers into it. Now I've taken out the sum and I've put in a 4 and a 5. Now we can discuss this problem. Again, here's your card that walks you through how to do this numberless problem. And it does focus the attention on understanding how the problem is set up before your children start solving it. It provides those opportunities for rich discussions and helps children notice the relationships in problem situations. On the back of that card, again, you'll see some different strategies that children might use in order to solve this problem, along with some discussion questions that you can use and that lookout section for any children who might have a misconception. We move on the next day to a single solution problem. So we're still working on that same concept, but this time we have all the information we need. This is our more traditional problem, and there's only one solution to our problem. Here's our card for that. We have guiding questions. We have a suggested manipulative that we're going to pull out so that students will actually solve the problems. On the back, we have some of the strategies that children might use in order to solve that problem, along with discussion questions and a lookout section. Finally, on the 5th day, I'm just going to present my children with a visual, and I want them to create a problem using this particular visual. Here's the card for that problem. This does help our children connect those math concepts to their own lived experiences. And it encourages children to look closely at features of the problems that we worked on all week long, and then give those children a sense of ownership, because they're going to actually produce their own problem to share with other children. You still have those guiding questions. You still have manipulatives that you're going to hand out to the children. And on the back is just a sample problem of what a child might come up with for their particular problem. So your daily problem solving boxes include 180 teacher problem solving cards with that instructional support. It also includes 36 video problems. And you have a digital format for those problems, 144 digital format problems. You can bring those up electronically. And you also have 36 problem-solving activity pages that you can print out so that your children can write down their ideas during the week on that particular concept. When you're ready to move on to the hands-on portion of your math time, you're going to be using the differentiated math centers. And each of these differentiated math centers contains activities and manipulatives to help children deepen their understanding of those key math concepts. They consist of 3 levels of content for each learning objective, and enables you to address a wide range of children's needs. Let's take a look a little closer at what we looked at earlier in the differentiated math centers tab. We saw activity charts, and it details exactly what is needed for every activity. And every differentiated math center kit has 3 of these activity charts. It also has teacher notes. So you have a teacher's guide for each one of those activity charts. So every grade level has 3 activity charts along with 3 teacher notes. You also have activity cards. And remember, you have a total of 21 per activity. So you have a total of 63 activity cards, and they are leveled. You also have all of the hands-on materials that you need. So let's take a look a little bit closer as to what those focus topics look like per grade level. So as I'm looking at kindergarten, the 3 main focus topics are number sense and counting, addition and subtraction, and shapes and solids. For first grade, I see addition and subtraction, number sense and place value, and length, time, data, and shapes. For second grade, I see add, subtract, and equal groups, place value and properties, length, time, money, and shapes. For third grade, multiplication and division, place value and fractions, measurement, data, and geometry. For fourth grade, operations with numbers, fractions and decimals, measurement, data, and geometry. And for grade 5, whole numbers and decimals, operations with fractions, measurement, data, volume, and geometry. So here is how we're going to take a look at it. We're going to select a topic, depending on your grade level. Select one of your topics, and then you're going to look at the objectives on that topic card. You'll want to select a topic that correlates with the math talk so that you can build onto that skill. So here's an example of the number sense and place value card, and I've pulled up objective number 2, understanding tens and ones. Notice I see 3 different activities. I see one for my below level children on a green card. I see one that's on level, so kind of a yellowish gold card. And I see one that's blue for my above level children. Let's take a look at what these might look like. So it's the same objective, but I've got 3 different levels that I can select from. That green, again, is my below level. That yellow gold color is my on level, and the blue is my above level. So on the front of each card, I see the materials that I need and very clear directions. Now, these cards, each center card can be used over a 2-day period. So for day 1, the children would complete the activity, but for day 2, the children can complete the writing prompt that's at the very bottom. And on the back of each card is a skills practice. So they can take that skill building and include it in their math journal for the day. So very easy to use. You're going to pick your objective. So no matter the skill level, all of your children are going to be practicing that same objective. You're going to select the appropriate activity depending on whether the child is below level, on level, or above level. And then you're going to grab the manipulatives and go. Everything is included in your kit. So I want to thank you for your time today and let you know that your educational sales consultant is Michelle Larson, and her information is shown here.